privilege to be here. I do want to thank Dean Gold and Lori Levinson, who's been a long-time mentor since I was a young law student at that other law school in Malibu. You've been a great friend, and I've said this before, but it really never ceases to amaze me, the quality and caliber of this particular program. I don't know of any other program in this region, quite frankly, that brings lawyers from state, federal, prosecutors, defense attorneys here together. So again, kudos to you for this wonderful program, and you're in for a real treat today. Lori asked me to talk briefly about prosecutorial priorities during difficult economic times, and as she indicated, the topic could not be more timely. Just to give you a point-blank perspective, I have to leave soon because at about 10:30 this morning, I'm going to have a conference call with my colleagues and 93 other U.S. attorneys throughout the country and Maine Justice to discuss the impact of a government shutdown if there's a lapse of appropriations, which right now it looks like there will be. And for us, what that means is that we have about 270 lawyers both on the criminal and civil side. I will have to tell almost 70 lawyers that they should not report to work on Monday. Virtually all of our civil staff will be told not to report to work on Monday. We'll have a skeleton crew of probably 4 lawyers on the civil side to deal with just emergencies. And on the criminal side, we'll tell the 200 or so prosecutors that you should report to work, but there's no guarantee, quite frankly, that you will get paid. And our support staff will be reduced to about 1/3. And so that is just a real real perspective of what we are going to have to deal with. And as Lori indicated, our office happens to be the second largest U.S. Attorney's office in the country, in the largest district in the country. We represent 19 million people in 7 counties here in this region. And we have about 200 lawyers in our criminal side. And you compare and contrast that with the district attorney's office, which I believe has anywhere from 900 to 1,000 lawyers for one county. You can understand the difficulties and challenges that we have in trying to establish priorities. And it is a never-ending sort of balancing and the tightrope, if you will, between the balance of the needs of the community and our precious resources. Again, to put it in perspective, we have, for example, with the FBI, since 9/11, the Federal Bureau of Investigation has transferred some 2,000 agents from the intelligence, from the criminal side, to pure intelligence. And those agents have not been replaced since 9/11. So you're talking about a significant portion of the Federal Bureau of Investigation assigned specifically to deal with national security issues. Obviously a key priority for the government, and obviously no one wants to have a 9/11 anytime going forward. But as a result, it has had a dramatic impact on other areas that are also equally important in priorities. For example, white-collar crime cases, economic crime cases, and even violent crime cases have suffered as a result because those thousands of agents are not there to do the investigations. And as many of you all here know, in the white-collar arena, those investigations are time-consuming, they are document-intensive, and we need those resources to help us get through those cases. Those are sort of the economic and realities that we're dealing with. Now, having said that, I think our office has been successful over the years in dealing with the difficult economic times, quite frankly, through the partnerships that we have developed over the years. When I was an assistant United States attorney in the 90s, the thought of DA's offices working with AUSAs or state FBI working with LAPD was simply unheard of. Now, quite frankly, the only way really that we are able to succeed, in my humble opinion, is through the partnerships that we've developed with our state, local, and federal partnerships. It is not uncommon, quite frankly, in the violent crime arena for our office to work with the DA's office, the city attorney's office, LAPD, Sheriff's Department. Out in the northern counties, we worked with Oxnard PD, Ventura County DA's office. So we have been able to have a number of successful violent crime gang prosecutions by pooling our resources together. Similarly, in the economic arena with our white-collar area, we work with the FBI, the Postal Service, local agencies as well, and quite frankly, the only way we are able to do so is by pooling those resources together. And I think, in my humble opinion, our offices, all of our offices respectively, have been made better because of the pooling of the resources. So, obviously, from a Department of Justice perspective, the priorities will always be to protect public safety. And we have a commitment to do the right thing the right way all the time. Terrorism is going to be a priority. Violent crime will also be a priority, as well as white-collar crime. But in my humble opinion, the only way we're going to be able to navigate through these particularly difficult economic times is by the continued collaboration and partnerships that we have developed throughout the year. So that's a quick snapshot of what's going on, and I will turn it over to my dear friend and colleague, Jackie Lacey. And I did want to also mention and congratulate her on her recent promotion to be